Okay, so to continue the lecture last time, we are now at two-sample t-test for the difference between means. So take note that we are first dealing with independent samples because there's also a statistical test for dependent sample. So for a two-sample t-test, so it is used to test the difference between two population means mu1 and mu2 when 1, sigma 1 and sigma 2 are unknown, 2, the samples are random, 3, the samples are independent, and 4, the populations are normally distributed or both n sub 1 greater than or equal to 30 and n sub 2 greater than or equal to 30. The test statistic is x bar sub 1 minus x bar sub 2, and the standardized test statistic is described by this formula. So for t-test, we have two conditions that we need to consider. The first one is the condition wherein the population variances are equal. And for the second condition, we have the variances or the population variances are not equal. So for example, the results of a state mathematics test for random samples of students taught by two different teachers at the same school are shown at the left. Can you conclude that there is a difference in the mean mathematics test scores for the students of the two teachers? Use alpha equal to 0.10. Assume the populations are normally distributed and the population variances are not equal. Okay, so let us now answer the given problem. So first, let's find the claim. So based on the given, the claim was there is a difference in the mean mathematics test scores for the students of the two teachers. So let us write that. So we type there is a difference in the mean mathematics test score for the students of the two teachers. Now, so where can we put this claim? So we will put the claim in HA. So we copy this and then put it in HA. So our HO would be there is no difference in the mathematics test scores for the students of the two teachers. Now for the level of significance, we have 0.10, the statistical test. So we will use t-test. Now, for the p-value, we will use megastat. So I already encode the necessary information that we will use for getting the p-value. So this column corresponds to the first teacher, and for this column we have the second teacher. So we will use megastat to arrive the p-value that we need. So we will click megastat, hypothesis tests, compare two independent groups, and then for group 1 dialog box, we drag this column. So do not forget to delete this. And then for the group 2 dialog box, so let us drag this and delete this one. And then we click summary input. So we will click this one, and then for the confidence interval, since our alpha is 0.10, so 1 minus 0.10 is 0.90. So we will choose 90%. And then we uncheck this, click OK, and we have this result. So it says here that we need to fail to reject HO. So this value has no color, and it is greater than the designated level of significance, which is 0.10. So let us first write the p-value here. So we have 0. Then for the decision, we fail to reject HO. And for the conclusion, since we fail to reject HO, we are in favor of HO. So we may say that there is a sufficient evidence to reject the claim. Now for the second example, so a manufacturer claims that the mean operating cost per mile of its sedans is less than that of its leading competitor. You conduct a study using 30 randomly selected sedans from the manufacturer and 32 from the leading competitor. The results are shown at the left. At alpha equal to 0.05, can you support the manufacturer's claim? Assume the population variances are equal. Okay, so let us now answer the given problem. So we write the claim. So the claim was the mean operating cost per mile of its sedans is less than that of its leading competitor. So let us think, where can we put the claim? So based on the statement, it has a statement of strict inequality. So meaning we need to put our claim at the alternative hypothesis. So let us copy this, put it in here, and then for HO, so let us take the complement of the statement. So the complement of less than would be greater than or equal. For the level of significance, we have 0.05. The statistical test would be t-test. Now, for the p-value, we will use megastat. So, I already input the necessary information that we need. So, this column corresponds to the data for the manufacturer, and for this column, we have for the competitor. So we now use megastat application. So megastat, hypothesis tests, compare two independent groups. So we drag the first column in group 1, delete this. For the second group, so do not forget to click summary input, hypothesize difference 0. So for the alternative, we use less than. And then for this section, we click t-test pooled variance. Now for the confidence interval, so we have alpha equal to 0.05, so we change this to 95% and check this, and then we click now OK. So notice that there is a color in the p-value, meaning we need to reject HO. Let us write the p-value 0.0291 for the decision, reject HO, and then for the conclusion, since we reject HO, we are in favor of the alternative hypothesis. So we may say there is a sufficient evidence to support the claim.